Hello guys, it's Jamie. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be choosing my September TBR, of course using the TBR jar prompts that I have written. I did this for my August TBR last month. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't go super well because I ended up having a super busy month, so I didn't read a lot of the books that I put on that TBR, as you will see in my wrap up, but I really enjoyed using the TBR prompts, of course inspired by the other booktuber Rachel Catherine. I'm pretty sure she kind of like maybe started this trend. I've seen a lot of people do it and I just found it so fun last time, so I'm gonna be doing it with my books for September. So I have my TBR shelf in the other room. I'm gonna quickly go and select 6 books from that bookshelf using the prompts, and then we're gonna come back here and talk about the other books on my TBR for my Patreon book clubs and stuff like that, and talk a little bit more about the books. So without further ado, we're gonna jump in and select the prompts, and I hope that you enjoy the video. Hello guys, I'm here in front of my TBR shelf. We have the TBR jar and we're going to pick prompts so we can find out what our TBR is going to be for September. Yeah, we're gonna pick 6 prompts and choose from my TBR. So let's get started with the first prompt. Shake it up a little bit. I have some new prompts in here as well since last time, so I'm very excited. Let's reach for this one. This is a book you've never heard anyone talk about. I feel like I got that last time as well, but I still had a few options with that. So let's take a look. Do I want something like a literary fiction, or do I want something maybe like YA that I've never heard anyone talk about? You know what? I think I might go with Cult Classic by Sloane Crosley. I found this at a bookstore recently. Well, not recently, like earlier in the year. I saw it at a bookstore and I read the blurb and I was like, this sounds really good. I've never heard anyone talk about it, but I just ended up buying it just because of what the plot sounded like. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Cult Classic. I'll tell you all about it when we go to the living room again. But yeah, this one I think sounds really fun. So yeah, definitely an option. And I think I'm gonna choose this one. Okay, prompt number 2. Let's go, go closer to the bottom. Okay, let's get this one. This one is a book about a famous person. I love books about famous people, I really do. Okay, I have a few options for this, I think. I could do something with the one of us is famous trope, or I could do something that's maybe a bit more literary. I'm not totally sure. I could do To Hate Adam Connor, because this is a romance, like a one of us is famous kind of trope. Adam Connor is like a Hollywood heartthrob kind of actor. So I could do that. I could also do Damaged Like Us and finally start the Like Us series, but I haven't read the Bad Reputation duet yet. This is by Christian Becker Ritchie, by the way. It's connected to the Addicted universe. I haven't read the Bad Reputation duet yet, and I really want to read that before I move on to the Like Us series. So I might leave that one for now, but I would be very keen on that one at some stage at least. I swear to God, I thought I had way more famous person books on here. So I think I'm just gonna do To Hate Adam Connor because nothing else is really sticking out to me right now. So yeah, we're gonna go with To Hate Adam Connor. I've had this on a couple of TBRs before, but I feel like this month is gonna be the month that I finally read it. And yeah, this could be fun. I really liked the first book in the series, which was To Love Jason Thorne, and Adam Connor I believe is Jason Thorne's best friend, or I think maybe the female main character is the best friend of the female love interest in the first book. So yeah, I feel like this one could be really fun. Okay, let's move on to the third prompt. What have we got? Let's go for this little one here. This is a book you hauled recently. Okay, I don't have anything on my shelf, but I have a pile of books over here that I have hauled recently, and maybe I should go for one of those. I have these 6 books that I bought for my birthday. They will be coming in a birthday haul very, very soon. We've got The Wife Upstairs, Hooked, Daughter of No Worlds, The List, Silver Nitrate, and Shark Heart, A Love Story. I might go with The Wife Upstairs because I know Frida McFadden slays, so hang on. Yeah, so I found this at an indie bookstore when I went book shopping for my birthday, which was very fun. This is like indie published, so I was very excited to find it. But Frida McFadden just writes really addicting, really fast-paced, fast-moving, just really fun thrillers. Like, they're definitely not the best things in the world, but they're just so fun to read. So I feel like this would be a good addition to the TBR pile. So yeah, let's go with this one. We're halfway there, we've got 3 left to do. Let's pick this one, which is a one-word title. A one-word title. I feel like I have a few of those. I mean, I could just start the Caraval series, go with Caraval. I could do Glow and continue reading the Plated Prisoner series. I could do Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. I have so much I could do. You know what? I feel like I'm gonna do Glow. Glow's been also in a couple of TBRs. Haven't picked it up yet. It's very, very long, but I feel like it will be a really fast read. This is the 4th book of the Plated Prisoner series. One of my favorite like fantasy romance series of all time. I really need to finish it. And I just feel like this will be a really good time. It's big, it's chunky, but I cannot wait to read it. I've been waiting to read this. I've been waiting to dive back into this world. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Glow. Okay, we've just got 2 more. So let's pick, let's go with this one. This is a book under 300 pages. Okay, we might have to do some counting here. This should be fine. What's A Certain Hunger? That looks short. Nope, 319. Oh my goodness, what if I did Every Heart a Doorway? What if I finally read the Wayward Children series? I mean, yeah, this is 175. So that's definitely an option. And then next to it, What's Missing Clarissa? This is a YA thriller. 242. So again, this is an option. It's supposed to be really similar to like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, like true crime podcast, teenagers figuring out a mystery, that sort of vibe. I also have this really short one, LA Woman by Eve Babbitt. I've never read anything by Eve Babbitt before and I'm really interested in giving her a go. This one is 152. I think I might go with this. I think it's going to be really different to everything else I picked out and I just really do want to get into Eve Babbitt's. So yeah, this is 152 pages, kind of like a novella vibe, but let's go for it. This can be my first like foray into Eve Babbitt. Okay, last prompt. What have we got? Oh, one just fell out. One just fell out, so I feel like we need to go with that one. Read an orange cover. Oh my god. I've just immediately seen the Priory of the Orange Tree. That's scary to me. Orange cover. I could do this one down here. The Falling in Love Montage by Kiara Smith. I've actually had this on my TBR for a while now, and it is a YA lesbian rom-com. So I don't have any lesbians on my TBR currently. So I feel like this is a really good option. This will be really, really fun. So I think I'm gonna go with this. I mean, I could have done Priory. I could have done The No Show by Beth O'Leary. I actually have quite a few orange books. I could have done Before I Let Go by Kenny Ryan. Yeah, I have quite a few, but I think I'm gonna go with my lesbians. So yeah, okay. I have picked out the 6 books that I want to read this month. So I will head back into my living room, talk a little bit about the books and show you the other books that are on my TBR. So I will see you there. Okay, so as you saw, all of the books have been selected, so let's go through my September TBR. First, I want to talk about the 2 books that are on my TBR that I didn't pick from the prompts, and they're both for my Patreon book clubs. So the first one is for my main Patreon book club where you get a reading vlog and a live show, and that is The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. I really wanted to read a romance in September, so I'm going to be reading this with my patrons. I love books set at weddings, and this is an enemies to lovers novel set at a wedding, so honestly perfect. Love that trope and love the setting. I have no idea what the actual plot is, but I'm pretty sure our 2 main characters are the maid of honor and best man respectively, so they do have to have a lot of time together and do a lot of like work on the wedding for their friends and that sort of stuff. And so I'm sure a lot of chaos is going to ensue, a lot of friendly banter. And I've never read anything by Mia Sosa before, so I'm really excited to read this fun little rom-com. I feel like it will be a really good time. The next book is for my Patreon series Read Along. We have finally finished the Off Campus and Briar U series, so this month we are starting a new series and we have decided to read the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which I've never read before, and it's a series of YA historical mysteries. This is the first book in the series, and it is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri Maniscalco. I'm so excited to get into this. I've heard really good things, and I feel like this is going to be so up my alley. Like, I'm not usually a historical fiction reader, but this one just does sound really, really fun, and the whole series sounds really fun. I believe it's set in Victorian England, and our main character starts to study like forensics, or she becomes an apprentice in that field, and there is where she kind of gets obsessed with the unsolved mystery of Jack the Ripper. So she starts trying to figure it out for herself. It sounds really, really interesting, so I feel like there's gonna be a lot of twists and turns, and I'm really excited to give this one a go. I feel like it's gonna be just so much fun. Now we move on to the books that I picked from the TBR jar. So first we picked Cult Classic by Sloane Crosley. This is the one that I had heard no one talk about. I absolutely could be wrong. There may be booktubers out there who have read this. I just haven't seen any of them, but I believe we follow our story all in one night. We follow our main character who has a night out in New York, and then completely unknowingly she just bumps into every single like man from her past on this one night out, and we kind of learn about her experiences with each of these men, whether it be good or bad. I could be absolutely 100% wrong, like that could be so incorrect, but I feel like it's going to be a really interesting literary fiction. It might go a little bit into some themes of obsession, and I really love the sound of that, so I of course cannot wait to read this one as well. It's been on my TBR for a little while now. Then for the prompt, which was a story about a famous person, I picked To Hate Adam Connor by Ella Mays, another rom-com I'm really looking forward to reading this month. This is basically about our main character Lucy, and she becomes obsessed with this actor Adam Connor, who is a famous actor in Hollywood. They end up becoming next door neighbors, and they form this real enemies to lovers situation because I think Lucy is a bit of a stalker vibe. Like she's just a little bit crosses some boundaries, and then they kind of end up like being in some situations together and realize that actually maybe they do have feelings for one another. I feel like it could be really funny. What I remember about the first book, which was To Love Jason Thorne, was that the sense of humor was really good. I really liked how kind of funny it was while still having a lot of heart. So I'm hoping I feel the same about this one as I did about the first book. So yeah, really excited to give this one a go as well. For a book that I had hauled recently, I picked The Wife Upstairs by Frida McFadden. This is a mystery thriller, and Frida McFadden has fast become one of my favorite mystery thriller authors because her books are just so bingeable, and I have a good time with every single one that I read. I believe we follow our main character, Victoria, who has a really, really successful life. She ends up having this awful accident where she is confined to bed rest. She ends up getting this housekeeper who maybe isn't what she seems, and then the housekeeper finds a diary of Victoria's. So I feel like maybe we will follow the perspective of the two main characters, and we just won't know who to believe. And I feel like that's going to make for a really interesting, like, plot twist heavy novel, and I'm really excited to read this. I just find Frida McFadden's books so bingeable, and I know that this will just be more of the same. For the one-word title prompt, I picked Glow by Raven Kennedy. Definitely the longest book of my TBR, but one of the ones I am most excited for. This is the fourth book in the Plated Prisoner series, and the Plated Prisoner series is a romantasy series which is a King Midas retelling. The third book ended on such a cliffhanger, so I'm so excited to dive into this. I'm like upset that I haven't read it yet, but it's because the final book comes out in December, and I just don't want to wait too long before that final book comes out. We follow our main character Oren, who has been gold touched, so she's completely made of gold, and she was King Midas's favorite concubine. We went through such a journey with her in the first few books, and she's just such a strong character. Like, her character development throughout the series has been so much fun. So of course I'm really excited to get into this one. I'm just expecting more of the same. I absolutely love Oren, so I cannot wait to give this one a read. Then for the book that was under 300 pages, I picked out LA Woman by Eve Babbitt. I believe this is literary fiction, and we follow our two main characters who have just moved to Hollywood. One is a German immigrant and the other one is a Jim Morrison groupie, so I believe it's set in the 1960s. Also, LA Woman is a song by The Doors, so I imagine we're going to be getting a lot of those references to like psychedelic rock in the 1960s and 70s. I don't know how plot heavy this book is going to be, but I'm really, really excited to dive into this time period and this location. I feel like it's going to be really fun, and I've just never read anything by Eve Babbitt before, and I want to give her writing style a go because I feel like she's so respected, and I just can't believe I haven't read her before, so I feel like this is going to be a good place to start. And then finally for the last prompt, it was a book with an orange cover, so I chose The Falling in Love Montage by Kiara Smith, which is a YA lesbian romance. I never usually read YA romances unless they are queer stories, so I'm excited to go into this one, but I'm not totally sure what I'm going to expect. I'm pretty sure it's very heavily influenced by romantic comedy films. We follow our main character, Saoirse, who has gone through a really traumatic breakup, and then this new kind of girl comes along called Ruby, and she's a real optimist and a big fan of rom-coms, so she tries to help Saoirse get over her like breakup by trying to give her like the perfect summer romance. It sounds really fun and really cute. I really hope we get a lot of rom-com tropes in here, so I just feel like this will be really feel good and really like fun summer vibes. And it feels like New Zealand is finally coming out of that like gloomy winter weather, so I feel like this will be a really nice read for spring in the lead up to summer. So yeah, these are the 8 books that I plan on reading in September. I cannot wait to get into them all. I'm sure I will have a lot of hits, and I can't wait to speak about them all with you guys. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to join in on some of my Patreon buddy reads and the book clubs, the link to the Patreon is down below, and you also get a lot of exclusive content on there as well. I am gonna have a really busy September month, I imagine, so I don't know how much I can read these books or how much content I will be able to put out. I'm trying my best, guys. I know I've been a bit slow on videos recently, but I am 100% trying my best and trying to get out videos when I can. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching again, and a reminder, all my socials are linked down below, including my Twitch, where I'm basically live 24/7 at the moment. If you know, you know. That's kind of why I'm so busy. But yeah, guys, thank you again so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye.